Hello, guys. Well, I thought I was going to go to sleep and thought I was going to cancel this, but I got a second wind. Part of that was probably because after we did the Greek lesson, Noah started asking me questions about textual criticism, and I guess it woke my brain up. So thanks, Noah. Uh,
Okay. Well, you're welcome.
all right.
Hey, I gotta say something. Uh,
You got a
I
what?
actually have something. Huh?
What did you
I
say?
said, I said I gotta say something.
Okay.
So, I actually have some James chapter 3 ready, but I don't really have, the whole, um, Greek, what do you call it? What you would call it? The thing you did last time for me. I don't really have all that ready, so I just have like the commentaries of my like the descriptive summary on James chapter 3. But so if you wanna
Yeah.
go through that,
Wait. Yeah. You want to share your descriptive summaries?
I mean, if yeah, that's right. If you want, yeah, I can do that.
All right.
I just
Let's
gotta
do that.
get to my computer, and I'll be right there. Um,
All right.
just give me a moment.
I'll play the video until you're right here. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Like yeah,
State.
like state, the
Mm-hmm.
state of the action, sort of. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so what's so?
Comparison.
Well, here, um, so
Explanation. So,
no, well, so is like result or inference. It's sort of like a therefore.
oh, the
So
same.
result would probably be what it is. Okay, what's also?
Also.
Connect um
It's
connection.
yes, it is a connector, but it shows in addition. Okay,
Oh,
so addition.
Addition.
also, oh yeah. So also, in addition, how
Yes.
you can how you can recognize the things that it is addition or not the not the further explanation or further explanation or something like that.
Certain words do certain things. Sometimes same words do different things. Is sometimes different words do same things. You just learn through it through practice, and that's what we're doing right now. You'll get used to it.
Mm.
So also okay. Now, what about and?
Connection.
Yes. Okay. What about yet?
Not yet. Joke.
Yet.
Not happened. Well,
No, not yet is not the same.
okay. Yet. Okay.
Yet can be sort of like a although, or it can be like a soft contrast instead of a but.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a soft butt.
So is it?
Okay.
So,
You got hard butts and you got soft butts. And so yet is a soft butt.
So is it alternative?
In a way, it could be, yeah, because you're bringing up another idea.
You said but. It's the same as but. The same as
A soft
but
butt.
is contrast.
of but.
Yeah.
But is
Because
Or
contrast means what I'm telling you now, I'm saying the opposite. But yet is almost like, okay, yeah, I'm going to bring up something opposite, but it's just not a strong contrast.
Okay. I think I got it, but I don't know how to. I think I got it.
Well, we'll learn more about yet soon. Not yet though. All right. So what about this one? C.
See? Um.
The action word, right? But what kind of action word?
It's a command.
It's probably a command. Yeah, it's probably a command there. Okay, what's and?
And
Connective.
Yeah, connective.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what's and?
Connective.
Who
Again,
told you that?
who told you that?
earlier.
Okay. All right. What's and?
Connective.
All right. Okay. What's for?
Oh my gosh. For
Bilateral.
Well, we'll have to look at. That's a different system, Jonah. Explanation. All right. That's the one I want you to learn now. Explanation. We'll talk about the other system, the Bible arc stuff you're talking about later, okay?
Oh, I thought you were talking about that. Okay.
No, we're gonna build on that. I want to make sure y'all know the simple definitions before we get into those more complex ones.
Okay.
So what is for? Do I have to explain to you again what for is?
For every. Is it you said explanation a while ago?
It's explanation. For is explanation.
Yes. Okay.
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 What's is?
Reason?
No, is it's present tense usually, but this focuses on the state. So the present state. Okay. What's but?
Contrast.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
What's with?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Companion.
Yeah, it could be association or in this example right there, maybe accompaniment.
What?
Accompaniment.
Accompaniment.
Mm-hmm.
Accompaniment. A company, just like that. Company.
Yeah, accompanying. Yes, what meant at the end.
Well, yeah. Will you explain what meant that meant means?
I don't know. You're asking about English. I know. Accompaniment. I didn't spell it right, but
I think it means uniting one, like a tone, maybe.
Company.
AC company. I don't even know how to spell it.
Accompaniment.
It's like company, but with ACC on the front, and then mint.
Your spelling is right a while ago.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Okay, look. A company.
Men. Double M. Double. Is it?
Yeah, a company.
Yeah.
To go along or in company with. To join in an actioning. To accompany a friend on a walk. Okay. And what's and?
Connective.
Yes. What's with?
Associate.
Or?
Accompaniment.
Yes.
Accompaniment.
What's who?
Who?
Identity.
Asking who?
Call it yeah, for just for our purposes, call it a descriptive. Descriptive.
Oh, because to describe him who, right? So descriptive.
All right, guys.
Okay. What is from? All right, you're back.
I have officially come back. Yeah.
All right. Share your screen.
All right. I'm just gonna get inside of that file, and then I'll share my screen, and then we'll be ready to go. All right. Which one is it? I think it's document. There it is. No, that's not it. That's James 3. Okay. All right. And I'm going to share my screen. What the heck? Didn't do it. My apologies. Bear with me. It's not working right now. Sorry. I'm gonna probably should have got this step prepared. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna share my screen. There we go.
Noah, the floodwaters are rising. Okay.
All right, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, I can see your screen.
All right, cool. All right, so cool. All right, so James chapter 3. James chapter 3, verse 3 through 1 through 18. Or James chapter 3, verse 1 through 18. So this is the entire descriptive summary or commentary of that chapter. So, chapter 1, righteousness judgment, righteous judgment. I meant righteous judgment within the bema seat and within the brethren. Verse 2, the believers are not perfect, and that God's sons do not stumble experientially. Sorry, do stumble experientially. Verse 3, if God's sons put bridles in horses' mouths, they will obey the brethren. Verse 4, planes can obey the will of the pilot.
Why did you say planes? You think there was planes in the first century?
I only said that because I was kind of just going off of the ESV, and I think the ESV said planes. So I don't know. I just
Really?
Yeah, the ESV said planes, I believe. Yeah.
Come on. You're gonna have to show that to me later on, but okay.
All right. Well, I mean, maybe it was a pilot or something. Maybe it was just something else. Maybe. I think what I was actually saying is that, or maybe ESV did say pilot. I'm not sure. Maybe I just said planes because pilot and plane kind of sound the same in a sense, right?
All right, but
Yeah.
you don't want to use a word that didn't exist
Right.
back then.
Verse 5, though the tongue is tiny, it can uncontrollably glory in great evil. Verse 6, the tongue is like a fire, like hell, that is censurable in this life. Verse 7, animals have been tamed by Adam, or something like that. Verse 8, the tongue is untamable and is asinine. Verse 9, with the tongue the brethren bless and curse believers or brethren. Verse 10, James says to the saints, this is not God honoring. And I don't remember what that very thing is, but whatever it was, it's not God honoring. Verse 11, discussion that James builds. Discussion, can springs bring forth salty and fresh water? Verse 12, discussion, can a grapevine or a fig tree bear different fruit? James says no. Verse 13, let the wise brethren try to demonstrate their good works. in their in their wisdom. Verse 14. If the saints have an unclear conscience, James exhorts them to not boast in false doctrine. Verse 15, having an unclear conscience is satanic. Verse 16, for if the brethren have false motives, they will practice perverted falsehood. Verse 17, but having a clear conscience is impartial and pure. And then the last verse, verse 18, the brethren who have clear motives will seem to exhibit prospering peace. Yeah.
So you did those at the verse level, right?
The verse level, yeah. I just did the whole chapter, yeah.
All right. So what I suggest you do is you go to the Greek and divide things up by Greek sentences and combine those verse summaries where you feel that they should go. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta. Can you send me that recording again? That because I can't find it.
Send you what recording?
The recording where we we went through the Greek and we not the Greek. We went through the this is where the
Yeah.
foods
You
are.
mean you're talking about the Bible study video? Yeah,
Right,
I'll
right,
do
right.
that. All right. So now we go back to the video.
Cause yeah.
All right.
From?
What's from?
Well, in this verse, from the same mouth. So this is talking about the source or the origin.
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 Yeah. What's my?
What's the third year?
Yeah, what's mine again?
Rewind. Position.
No, Janet.
No. Okay.
Possession.
Position. Huh?
Possession.
I just said position.
No, Janet. There's a difference between position and possession.
Possession.
Double S? Is it double?
Possess.
Yeah.
Possession.
But when you're in a relationship, if it's people, it's usually relationship. So. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
All right. What's does at the beginning of a sentence show?
Thus, therefore.
No, does. Look at the ending. It's a question. So that's indicating a question.
Yeah.
Okay, what's can?
Action.
Yeah, it's an action or ability. What's my?
Action?
No, my.
Position.
No,
Possession or
possession or
Is
position.
the reason
or relationship.
Are-
Possession
what
or
is
relationship.
Layman?
Okay. What's produce? Is that Janet 2024?
Yes, I am the Janet 2024. This is the reason I'm very much aware when I read the Bible, even though I don't understand, correct grammar like that. I have issues with grammar or to understand, and this is the very thing that I am aware while I'm observing text, like what I did with Sam Shimon, because I had this experience that I am sensitive to the words. That is why, and I hope also Noah, doing the same thing like this, because he will have more understanding on James when he's doing like this. Every word specify what the words trying to emphasize. That's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fruit juice. Fruit juice.
Produce. Produce.
You produce something? It's like you provide. You
Yes, it's action. Yes.
the action.
What's or?
What's or again?
Or what the?
Alternative.
That's what earlier. So when you said R, did you or? You said alternative.
Yeah. Okay, what's nor?
I think alternative also.
Well, yeah, but it's usually contrastive because it's neither nor. You kind of,
Oh,
okay, what is who?
descriptive.
Well, maybe, but look, if it starts a question, it's asking the question. So,
Also, what? Descriptive question.
or just call it question.
Okay, so if we even what the beginning of the word, but whatever it is, but if ending question mark, it's question.
Yeah, usually.
It's interrogative.
Yes. Okay, what's let him show?
Action.
Yes,
Action.
but what kind of action?
Command.
Yeah, it's like a command, but usually when so yeah, this would be a command. Yes. Okay, what's but?
Contrast.
Yes. What's if?
Conditional.
All right. What's do not?
Action.
Yes, but what kind of action?
Condition. No. What do you call
If
that?
I tell you don't do something, what am I doing?
Command, right?
Yes, but what do you call a command when you're told not to do something?
Negative.
And you could say negative command or prohibition.
We don't know that.
Prohibition.
Yeah.
Prohibition.
The what, Charlie? Prohibition? January 2024. Prohibition? What's the word?
Yes. Prohibition.
Prohibition?
Prohibition.
Okay. Thanks.
Contrast.
Good.
I'm still learning.
Okay, when you have words like this, it's probably an indication that you have a list. Okay. Earthly, natural, demonic. It's a list. Okay, 16. What's for?
Sean. For
What is it?
explanation.
Yes, good explanation. What's for but?
But with some contrast.
Okay. What's then?
Then action or no. Then
Time?
progression.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. But see, you have first right here. So you have first, then something else. So yeah, you could say progression, or you could say sequence, or you could say something like that. So then you have peaceable, gentle, reasonable, full of mercy and grace, unwavering, without hypocrisy. So you have another list again. Okay? All right. And then what's and?
What's in again? Connection.
Good. All right. So back to the top. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move the words underneath the words that it's connected to. Okay. So let not many of you become teachers. So where does my brethren go in this sentence or up underneath? Where does it go?
Let well, you mean
Who's he talking to right here?
let not many of you become teachers, my brethren, or to us to the believers.
Yeah,
Me?
but what is the pronoun used in a sentence?
Teachers.
Well, no, that's not the pronoun. The pronoun is like I,
Of
you.
you.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to put my brethren underneath them because it describes who they
Mhm.
are. Okay?
Okay.
Now, let not many of you become teachers. That's an action word, right?
Mm.
Okay, we'll make it green. Become teachers. All right? Now, when you have an ing word, it's probably indicating a participle, okay? And what you want to do is you want to put it underneath your action word. So you would do this. Okay?
Mm.
Knowing that, as such, that could be breakdown too, but we'll just leave that like that. Okay, now 4 is going to be explaining all this, right? So what we gotta do is we're gonna move it over a little bit. For we all stumble in many ways. Okay, what's that sound like? In many ways. What's that sound like?
In many ways.
Yeah.
In.
It could be in the area in many ways, or maybe the manner. I don't know.
In all of the above.
Okay.
Yeah.
All,
All
and
right.
all the what he said there is in all.
Okay.
Um,
For we all stumble in many ways. Now we're going to put the if underneath the 4. If anyone does not stumble, okay? So here's the action. And what he says, he is, and so this is where the then would go, okay? Right? We did that last time. Then he's a perfect man. And then it's going to describe this man. He's a perfect man who is able to bridle the whole body as well. Okay? So now we have an if. Now if, so that's condition, right? We put the bits into preposition, location, into the horse's mouth.
Welcome back, Noah.
So that, what does so that show?
Did I miss anything?
so that
I don't think layman.
It shows purpose or result.
Layman is
So you put it underneath the action word.
awakening.
Now, if we put,
called purpose.
What?
The layman awakening.
What?
Is Noah what did you ask, Noah?
Purpose.
purpose or result, yes. Okay. So if we put, so we're going to put,
What is your question, Noah?
Oh, I was just wondering if I missed anything, because I just got back because my fan and my computer was acting kind of weird. So I
Yeah,
restored
I
it.
think
No.
Okay, cool. Because she
now what?
said that, Janet, you said Charles asked me a question, right?
No, I was like saying that it was an statement. I asked, I tell Charles that Noah should also, if Noah know how what we are doing this time,
No, he's new to this. He's new
huh?
to all of this. He's new to all of this.
Oh, so this is the statement that I had earlier, Noah, for you, that I hope that Noah also able to do the same thing as this, because if you read James, the book of James, your understanding before and the after studying this kind of study, and then you're doing to do again your second work of the book of James, you will compare it. It's very different. It make because you are being aware of every words that you are saying.
Are you
Especially
talking about like positional, experiential, ultimate? Are you talking about like just
no,
looking up every word, or
no,
or
no,
are you talking about like putting the things in the Greek,
no,
examples?
no. The way that we have in the
Look
video.
on the screen. Do you
Yeah,
see the words moved around? Do you see words
Okay, now
info?
if we put okay, I
yeah.
see it.
Listen to it, Noah, and tell me when we finish this, and tell me what maybe you can understand what I'm saying this time.
Okay,
All right, here we go. Put the action word it underneath the action word, okay? Now, if we put the bit into the horse's mouth so that they will obey us, so this is continuing the thought, we'll go ahead and put the we underneath the if. We direct their entire body as well, okay? Now, look at this next one. Look at the ships also, okay? What does also show?
Also,
Also.
How about you, Noah? What is the
If
also?
Janet is in the hangout and she says, is Jonah also going to study?
Connection.
Addition.
Addition.
You have one Filipina, then Jonah comes and that's two Filipina. Anyway, that's the count from Sesame Street. But look at the ships also, okay? So remember, I said this is concessive. Though they are so great, so right here showing extent. It's saying how big, extent or measure. And so we got two ideas here. They're so great and they are driven, okay? Well, how are they driven? By the strong winds. What is the by show? Do y'all remember that?
by
Yeah. What does by show? Means. Remember that? Means?
So
Because remember, by answers the question how.
we are not English.
It's okay. So by means of strong winds. Okay? So how are they driven? How is the ship driven? By strong winds. By means of it. And are by driven by strong winds and are. So look, this is tricky. Look at this. I almost messed up here. Okay, look at the ships, all right? So that's what we're supposed to be looking at. And then this is describing the ships, okay? So just sort of to make it more clear maybe, I'll put this under ships and are driven by the wind. And then this is the completion of the thought. Actually, it can stay right there. So it's saying, look at the ships. They are still directed by a very small rudder wherever the inclination of the pilot desires. Okay? So we could break that down even more. We could say they are directed by a small rudder. Okay? Well, where are they directed? You can put wherever the inclination of the pilot desires. So also, what is so also doing right here? It's making a comparison or an additional illustration. Okay? It's saying, look at the ships. So also the tongue is very small. See, very small, this word right here, very small,
Mm.
and very small, where to go? Or is a small part, not a very small, but close enough. Okay. So also the tongue is a small part of the body. And yet, so even though it is small, okay, it boasts of great things. See how great. So how right here showing extent. A forest is set aflame by such a small fire. So how does a forest get on fire? By a small fire.
Very small fire.
So look, small. So you could do it like this if you wanted to. All right. And the tongue is a fire. The very word of iniquities, the world iniquity. So this is another description of the tongue. So I move it here. The tongue is a fire, the very world of iniquity.
Mm.
The tongue is set among. What's among mean?
Together.
Yeah, association or in the midst.
Creation.
Yeah. The tongue is set among our members as. So as usually shows comparison. As that which. So all this is describing the tongue, right?
Mm.
So you could do this. You could say the tongue is set among our members. So still describing it, okay, as that which defiles the entire body. And sets on fire the course of our life. So on fire.
On fire.
The course of our life. And is set on fire by hell. Okay, that's describing hell.
Mm.
For every species of beast and what's and show?
A connection.
Yes. So what is being connected right here?
Oh, beasts and birds.
Yes, it's mentioning two nouns. Sometimes the and can connect two sentences or clauses or whatever, but here it's just connecting two nouns. So you would. Okay, guys, I'm exhausted again. I'm gonna go to sleep. God bless, guys. Watch more content.
God bless everybody.
Yeah. Janet, you want to tell them where the plane's at? On the ground? God bless.